Welcome, my adventurous mortal soul. Venus Callida here with a Riddle Me Recipe Blitz. I've made up my very own recipe for a surprise beverage I'm pretty excited about. So let's get started. Riddle me this. I am an evergreen full of vitamin C. Some people make a hope chest out of me. What am I? Do 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 do. Riddle number 2. Wash me and I won't be clean. Don't wash me and I'll be clean. What am I? Riddle number 3. I give a sparkle and a shimmer to food and drinks. What am I? Tick tock, tick tick tock, tick tick tock, tick tock tock, tick tick tock tock, tick tock tock. Riddle number 4. These are a type of flower that are pleasing to our noses. To someone you love, you might give them a bouquet of what? Da 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 la 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 la. Riddle number 5. This word comes before mustard and also before barbecue. It's the favorite type of food of a bear called Winnie the Pooh. What am I? Da 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 la 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 da 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 da. Riddle number 6. We work together to smash and crush and pulverize. What are we? Riddle number 7. It called the kettle black. What was it? Riddle number 8. You use me to drain water from pasta, rinse fruit, and wash vegetables. I have small holes all over me. What am I? Do 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 da 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 da. Alright, so let's find out if you were able to crack my riddles. In first riddle, I am an evergreen full of vitamin C. Some people make a hope chest out of me. What am I? Cedar. We'll need cedar leaves, the palm size. Set one aside per cup. Riddle number 2. Wash me and I won't be clean. Don't wash me and I'll be clean. What am I? Water. We'll need 8 cups. Riddle number 3. I give a sparkle and a shimmer to foods and drinks. What am I? Edible glitter. A squirt per cup. Riddle number 4. These are a type of flower that are pleasing to our noses. To someone you might love, you might give them a bouquet of roses. We'll need fresh white rose petals. 3 per cup for this recipe. Riddle number 5. This word comes before mustard and also before barbecue. It's the favorite type of food of a bear called Winnie the Pooh. What am I? Honey. Honey mustard, honey barbecue. We'll need 1 teaspoonful of honey per cup. Riddle number 6. We work together to smash and crush and pulverize. What are we? Mortar and pestle. Riddle number 7. It called the kettle black. What is it? A pot. We'll need a pot with lid. Riddle number 8. You use me to drain water from pasta, rinse fruit, and wash vegetables. I have small holes all over me. What am I? You might call it a strainer or a colander, or you can use a cheesecloth for this recipe. So Venus, you might wonder, what does this make? It's my very own recipe for wishing well water. So in my inspiration, I wanted to know if I could put a stick of cedar into water and flavor it, because I was researching the Snow White edition of Riddle Me Din Din this past Tuesday, and I wanted to have wishing well water. And I did some research to find out if water had sat in the bucket before being drank. What if it was a cedar bucket? Because I know cedar is edible. And in searching this, I found a recipe based on a First Nation tradition. For example, the Ojibwe. Thank you, Mr. King, for taking me on a medicine walk. And they make cedar tea. So I thought this would be a safe idea to use as a base and followed up with some tweaks to dress it up to look like what I meant to be safe, edible wishing well water. I also wanted to dilute the cedar brew to bring the color closer to an off-white or a yellowish hue because real cedar tea has a darker brown or amber hue to it. And I wanted this wishing well water drink to represent the pre-modern pipe generation of getting natural water from natural sources. And I've lived in places where um, the old Factory First Nation, Split Lake Band, and all up there, natural places where water's taken from the actual rivers and streams you live next to or are surrounded by on your island, or wells that may be iron heavy in the water, and iron in the water it's edible, it's safe enough to drink and stuff, although it gives a more yellowed hue than a clearer see-through water. And so that would be perfect for the visual impact for wishing well water drink. Brought up by a cedar bucket, like this one over here. Yeah. I also wanted to ice the brew to be refreshing for the summertime and add edible glitter for the magical element or effect of the wishing well water. And if you put in a cedar sprig, tipped down into the water, sitting diagonally in the glass, it'll look really cool with white rose petals and maybe even some darker orange chrysanthemum petals floating on top of the water. Because in the natural environment, you may have plant matter blowing in, settling on top of water. And so I wanted to have that effect, but anything in that cup being edible and safe to consume. And I wanted to add that stronger original flavor if consumed with that darker color of petals for the visual impact, or the simple green and white for a really clean look. Also, if served in clear glass, the garnishes would provide a beautiful visual impact and appeal for our wishing well water. So, no more rambling, here we go. Here's how you make the base of the wishing well water. It's the cedar tea. So you harvest the fresh green cedar leaves, only gathering as much as you need, a palm size just for yourself, and if you have the experience to know which cedars are the safest to use. Otherwise, please go to a health store to purchase the dried cedar instead of picking it yourself, just to be on the safe side. If you harvest the cedar leaves yourself, next, remove any seeds or brown pieces. Rinse the cedar to remove dirt particles. Allow time to dry. This will take at least 4 days. And I can put it on bounty sheets and flip it over so that nothing mildews and everything dries evenly. Crush the leaves using a mortar and pestle. Once we have the dried crushed cedar, or you've bought the dried crushed cedar, here's what we do. Boil the 4 cups of the water in a pot or kettle. Pour the hot water into a teapot and add the crushed cedar leaves and cover with a lid and let the cedar simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how strong you want the flavor to be. Next, remove the tea from the heat. Allow time for the leaves to soak until the water becomes golden brown and let the tea steep for another 5 to 10 minutes from this point. Now strain off the cedar leaves by pouring the tea through a strainer or a colander or a cheesecloth into a large pot, and skim the tea to remove the scum layer that might form. Then add your honey while it's hot or other sweetener to taste. Finally, while the liquid is still warm, add the other 4 cups of the water to dilute the flavor and color. Allow the water to cool down enough to pour it into a jug and place it in the fridge to cool completely down, at least an hour or 2. When ready to serve, divide the flavored water into clear glasses for the best visual effect. Give a squirt of the edible glitter to each cup. Next, put 1 fresh, clean green sprig of cedar vertically into each glass and drop 2 to 3 white rose petals on top of the water to float, perhaps 2 to 3 chrysanthemum petals as well to float on top of that. And don't forget to make a wish before you sip and bottoms up pencil. I'm so excited for you to try my little invention, And credit to the First Nation for their cedar tea, which is the base of this consumable beverage. For the sake of your health, I do want to give you a very important health warning. In this warning, cedar contains thujone, which can be a toxic substance to the human body. It's recommended that a person drink no more than 3 cups of cedar tea per week, which is also one of the reasons why I'm having it diluted by double. It should not at all be drunk by someone who is pregnant or breastfeeding or with kidney weaknesses. So please, if you are pregnant, possibly pregnant, breastfeeding, or with a kidney weakness, please do not drink this. Just to be on the safe side, consult your doctor if you're not sure. It is because I found this warning that I wanted to dilute the base of the tea by double water and wish to ask any lady who's expecting, please blow on a white dandelion to throw the seed pods in the air with your wish, or pull on a wishbone instead of drinking this wishing well water to keep you and your little ones safe. Please enjoy after you finish breastfeeding, and thank you for your understanding. And now for the benefits in this base liquid of the wishing well water recipe. The benefits offered by cedar include high in vitamin C. This is why they didn't get scurvy in a country which is full of snow for most of the year and doesn't grow oranges. I always had that question as a kid, and I found out on my medicine walk with Mr. King from one of the Ojibwe groups in Canada, over by Christian and Bear Island. So the body requires vitamin C to efficiently use carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. It binds and neutralizes the tissue-damaging effects of free radicals, and it's essential cofactor for the formation of collagen, the body's major building protein, and it's essential to the proper functioning of all internal organs. I also read it makes skin look great. So why not? If you're not pregnant and you have no issues with your kidneys, but please check if you're not sure, enjoy this. May all of your wishes come true, my ever hopeful mortal soul. This is Venus Callida, and so ends this episode of Riddle Me Blitz. Chin chin.